Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. My name's Alyssa and this is my channel. So today I'm going to be talking or doing an all about my novel video for my short story that I just published called Press Pause. I don't know if you can see that. I used one of the covers that they had when you upload your covers. There's a hair on the screen, sorry. But yeah, I self-published my short story. That took me literally, I started it Sunday night, right after watching Fear the Walking Dead and The Talking Dead, because 3 of the actors in that show, really inspired me with the characters that I have. And yeah, this is just a sample of it. It is 99 cents on Kindle as an ebook. It's part of an anthology that is called Forgetting You. And the first story, I guess, or short story all around is called Press Pause, but each of them, I'm going to go to the document right now. But each story had, each character has its own, it's kind of like chapters, but they're 1 to 2 pages, and the whole document together is 2,724 words. So the first story is called Press Pause, then there is No Goodbye, and Press Pause is my character Carrie Lea Gray. No Goodbye is my character Dylan, and I don't have a last name for him, but it's for Dylan, and his mom is also featured in it. And then the third story is Today is the Day, and that is dealing with the third character, Grayson Caldwell, and then we go back to the 2 other characters because they are hanging out for her birthday, and it's called Feliz Cumpleaños, and I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. I cannot speak Spanish very well, but I love the language so much, and I was also inspired by seeing Fear the Walking Dead add in the languages, or the different languages in there. The main one is Spanish, and watching Ruben Blades, who I picture being Dylan, he speaks in such a poetic way, and so I have my main character pretty much learning Spanish at this time in the book, and it's based around next month, actually. Her birthday's on, and it's based around her birthday week, which is, or her 33rd birthday week, and that is around the 31st of October. And I do have some of Feliz Cumpleaños, which is happy birthday, in Spanish. I have some of it in Spanish because to me it adds more dynamic to the story. And I have her speaking to him because she's trying to practice on him, and he helps make her better. So those are my 3 main characters in this story, and this short story, I pretty much wrote 3 of the stories, the Press Pause, No Goodbye, and Today is the Day, on Sunday night. I stayed up quite late writing it, and, oh, wrong one, and then I got home from school yesterday and took my laptop into the dining room, or into the kitchen, and I sat at the table and wrote out Feliz Cumpleaños, and I used Google Translate to help me with English to Spanish translation. But this is a story that I've had in my head for 2 years, and I thought it was going to originally be a novel just called Forgetting You, and then I started writing it, and I had the first 2 pages of one short story that is called Press Pause, which is what the entire thing is based off of, or So on this, I have Forgetting You, a Short Story Part 1. So I'm working on Part 2 actually, and after each part, I'm going to edit it as much as I can, and then I will put it up on, or get it ready and put it up for sale to be a part of this anthology. I don't know when the second one will be out. I'm hoping sometime next week or within the next 2 weeks, but this whole anthology is all about, actually let me go to my Facebook message, because I just told one of my good friends about it, and I'm just going to read from that because I forget. So it's pretty much, I'm reading exactly from this. So it's pretty much about how when you don't say goodbye to someone and you leave without an explanation, it leaves that person wondering if they did something wrong, or if something in their world did, or I don't know. But it leaves that person wondering, and it leaves them wondering if they did something wrong, or it also, one sec. So it is pretty much about how when you don't say goodbye to someone and you leave without an explanation, it leaves a person wondering if they did something wrong. And it's also about when you have a friend and you suddenly stop talking to them and you leave them wondering if they've done something wrong, or if they are just asking themselves what if all the time. I actually have in Today is the Day Grayson asking all these what if questions, and almost becoming obsessed with the problem. And I've also turned my own experiences with this into the story that I've had in my head for 2 years, and I came up with it when I was riding my bike in November. I remember it being really nice outside, like just the right kind of coldness to be able to go out there and just ride. I had rode my bike all the way past my elementary school, and when I was riding back home, because I went to Wildwood Park, when I rode back home, I was thinking about an old friend of mine that I used to have, and then that's where the story came. And it was originally going to be like a murder mystery type story, or just a mystery story in general, but now it is all about when you don't say goodbye to someone, it leaves them wondering what if. And I have been in that situation for pretty much most of my life, because that one friend that I thought about has pretty much just stopped talking to me completely. I've tried to message them, and I've tried to keep up a friendship with them, but they just don't care. And I also have seen that person 2 times in the past 10 years, and it just left me wondering and almost kind of obsessed with this, like, what if they stayed when we have still been as good of best friends as we were from 1st to 3rd grade, or like maybe we could have been something more when we got older, or like at the age that I'm now, or when we have gone to the same junior high and high school and college. Like, all these questions came up in my head, and they're still happening now, even after I wrote that. I'm thinking maybe after I write the entire anthology, which is going to be like, this first one is, Carrie is pretty much me, and, then Dylan is another one of my friends, who also is, like, my best friend in the world that I've had since first grade, and she knows everything that's going on. Although she's not Spanish at all, I just decided to add that in because when I see Ruben Blades acting, it's like magic for me. So that's why I had that, and I had already thought about it before adding it in, but Grayson is kind of the friend that left, and I know why they had to leave, but they never said goodbye, and they never came back. Like, they came back 2 times, and I'm trying contacting, like, I know his mom, but that she hasn't responded to anything, and he hasn't responded to anything at all, and it just, I've had so many people like that leave, and then I lose another friend whenever they move, and so that's kind of what the story's gonna be, or is going to be about. It's just different ways all around the world. My next one, after I write the kind of sequel to this, to Press Pause, which is called Friends. That's like a little sneak peek there. It's kind of fun. And I wrote it at my cousin's house and in bowling, because I took my notebook with me to my bowling class. But yeah, it's pretty much a bunch of my own experiences being put into different experiences happening to different people around the world. Now I have Grayson, who is the one that left. I have him being like a military child. His father was in the military, and so he had to leave like on a whim sometimes, and so he's probably done this to multiple people. He's told Carrie and Dylan that he'll be back, and he did come back, but he didn't come back fully, and when you come back after being away for so long, you're not the same person, and I've experienced that. Or even when you see someone that you haven't seen for, let's say, well, 10 years, because that's what I've had, or 10 or 11 years, because that's what I've had experiences with. It changes you and leaves you wondering why, and wondering what if they had stayed, because I am still in that position with so many people that I know, but luckily with some of them I am still friends with, even after they moved, and they still keep in contact with me, so I'm kind of grateful for that. But there's other time, like, I've lost so many friends to leaving away, or leaving completely, and even my mom's had this too. So, and that's kind of why I wanted to write this as well, is the friend that, one of her best friends, and yeah, like, you people know who you are. Not calling anyone out, but this is just kind of like a, yeah, hey, I am here, we people are here, the people that you leave, don't just leave forever and not say a thing, because it does hurt you in the end, even though if you don't know it, and it does hurt us more, because some people have the tendency to obsess over it. Like, I have kind of forgotten about it, or I've tried to, at least I've tried to, but I actually have an analogy that I use that I want to share. I'm going to read the very first paragraph to you guys as a little glimpse. I shared some of it with my Facebook family and friends, or on Facebook, so family and friends can read it, and a lot of people really liked it. So this is the first paragraph from Press Pause, and I dance around my living room singing to Ed Sheeran's Castle on the Hill as I clean up. Today is Monday, and today is normal like any other day. Although, as I'm dancing around my living room singing along, an image from my dream last night keeps popping up. It is the image of a young boy, someone that I used to know. I see him getting into his family's car without looking back, and then he's gone. That one image replays in my mind as I listen to this song on repeat. I listen to it over and over because each time I listen to it, another person in my mind packs up and gets into the same car and leaves, without warning and without a goodbye. I look at the clock on the wall and it reads 2:10 in the afternoon. I've been cleaning up most of the day because the house was a mess. When the song is over, I press replay on Spotify again. I can't stop listening to it. Maybe if I did stop listening to it, the images and the nightmares of being alone forever will stop. They will leave me completely, but they don't, and I've tried. I really have tried to stop listening to it after the first time I heard it when the song came out. But I can't. There is something inside of me that won't press pause. Or there is something inside of me that won't let me press pause. Sorry, kind of messed up. So that is the first paragraph, and that's all I'm going to share with you. Because again, it's a short story, so I don't want to go away the entire story, but yeah, it's kind of like a thing for those people to go, for like us to say, hey, yeah, we're still here, come say goodbye, and don't leave us hanging, pretty much. And that is all what all of these stories are going to be encompassing. And yeah, so that is kind of what this entire anthology is going to be about. I am so excited just to have this out of my head. No idea, because I think I've actually started thinking about writing something like this when I was a lot younger. But it didn't actually click and go, but I didn't actually think I am going to write this and take the action. And I'm kind of glad that I did it now, because I can just get it off my chest a bit, and I don't know, I just want to share some of my experiences that I've had without actually sharing who it was and what the experience was, I guess. And, yeah, it was just a fun new story to write, and I've never written anything like it. I've never written anything as personal. I mean, Zamora is personal enough, and you don't know it because that's something for me inside. But this is probably the most personal thing that I've ever wrote, or am going to be continuing writing. But I'm excited to share the other story with you. The next two are after I write the sequel to Press Pause. Oh, sorry. The other two stories are going to be set in both Paris and Ireland. I don't know where yet in Ireland. Actually, with the third or fourth story in this anthology, where in Ireland do you guys want me to set it? I've never been to Ireland. I've never been to Paris either. But I know a lot about both places, and I want you guys to let me know where exactly you want the fourth story to take place in Ireland, because it's just a huge, beautiful, grand place, and I have no idea. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below of this video, and I will choose a place and let you guys know whenever I get that far, because I think that would be kind of fun to have you guys in on the action as well. This is just something that I've been wanting to just get out of my head after 2 years, and I finally wrote it, and it's 99 cents on Kindle, by the way. Does this count as me being me being an author in general? I don't know. But, yeah, that is my story. Kind of my actual story. I just am tired of losing friends because they don't want to take the time to get to know me and to hang out with me and to keep up a relationship with me. Because I've had people who said they care, and they actually don't. Actually, that's what the one set in Paris is gonna be. And yeah, I'm just tired of it. So this is just kind of a message to everyone who has never thought to look back and say goodbye to the people that they loved. And this is for anyone who has had that problem. That's also why I want to write this. This is for anyone who has had a best friend just leave out of the blue, or who has just had so many people come in and out of their lives and get so close to them, yet they feel so far away. And this is for all of you people who are like me, who are in the same situation, or have been in the same situation. And yeah, so I hope you guys like the story. Don't forget to give it reviews on Amazon, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, whenever that is coming up. And if this was kind of, it almost seems like this was kind of all over the place, I'm sorry. Long day at school. One of the good things about today is my English class was canceled, so I had no classes at U, and I was just there. Because I go with my cousin. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.